Today I'm going to use Chanel. This is the Chanel Vitalumiere foundation in 40. I'm going to use the Louise Young foundation brush because it's nice and big, so it doesn't take much time. It's really quick to pop on the skin. Now I've done the foundation. I'm going to leave that to sit on the skin. I'm not going to powder it until after I've finished the eyes. That way if there's any fall down I can just wipe it away with my foundation brush and it will keep it nice and clean under the eye. This is the eyeliner. This is a MAC 266 brush. Just a slight angle brush. Now I looked at quite a few visuals of Pixie Lott, and in lots, her makeup changes all the time, but the main look that she tends to do is a black smoky eye or quite a contoured smoky eye, so that's what I'm going to go for. She does occasionally have a little bit of black through the lash line and a lighter colour blended through, but I'm going to stick to something that she would normally wear. So I'm just going to put the black right the way through the eye socket. And then colour it in slightly. So just colouring the whole eye in that shape. If you find it easier to use a slightly pointed brush, then you can. There's no harm in it. It's whatever you find comfortable. So if you want to use something like that. So that's the sort of shape you want to get from that. What I'm going to also do is just run the black with the same brush that I was using just on the top of my lash line. So it's just going inside the eye, just to make it a little bit black. Now it's quite difficult to get both eyes exactly the same because nobody's got two eyes that are exactly the same, but just persevere with it and you will get there. So once we've got the eyeliner in place, I'm going to get myself a black eyeshadow. This one is a Laura Mercier black eyeshadow. It's called Noir and it is jet black, which is why I love it so much. It's a lot of blacks you get aren't really truly black, so this is an amazing one. For this I'm just going to use a MAC 239 brush. Pop the product on and then push it over the top and it will just make that even blacker and seal it in place. Next I'm going to get my MAC Smolder, which is a black eye pencil. It's very soft, so perfect for going inside the eye, and I'm going to pop the smolder just by pulling down the eye slightly. Check that your finger's clean before you pull down, because when you've been using black sometimes you get a bit on there. Just place your finger on here, pull down and get that inside the eye. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the black pencil again and just run it a little bit through the lash line. And then I'm just getting a clean brush. This is a MAC pencil brush, and I'm just going to run that underneath the eye to smudge that along slightly. Just to make that a little bit softer. Next, with another MAC 266, you can use the same one as you used before, and your black eyeshadow again. Just going to run that just through the lash line to make that a little bit bolder. I'm going to add a tiny bit of shimmer to my eye. I've got a Reflex Antique Gold from MAC, and I'm going to just pop a tiny bit of that over the top of the eye, a 217. Mascara, I've got Makeup Forever Smoky Lash Mascara. For my eyebrows, I've got Laura Mercier Deep Blonde brow colour. It has two different brow colours in it. I'm going to use the darkest one because on the picture that I've seen, she's got very dark brows. So even though her hair's blonde, her brows are still dark, very dark. So there's the brows. Next I'm going to go in with a bit of concealer. I've got a MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW25, which I'm going to put a little bit under my eyes. This is using a MAC 224 brush. A little bit under my eyes just to lighten there. Tiny bit around my nose. And just a small amount through my brow bone. Powder the skin. I'm using a Chanel loose powder. This one is in 50 because I'm quite tanned at the moment. They do have translucent and they do come in lots of other colours. Now she doesn't really have anything on her cheeks as such, apart from a little bit of bronzer just down the back of the cheeks. So I've got a Benefit Hoola, which I'm going to use with a MAC 116 brush. Just through the back of my cheekbone. And then I've got a tiny bit of MAC Iridescent powder in Delightful. And Delightful is just going to go through the top of the cheekbones to give a nice shimmer. And a little bit through the brow bone. I'm going to do the lashes now. I've got Boho Lash. These are Salon System lashes. And I'm going to pop them on the eyes. They're quite sticky already, but they still need to be glued. They do come with a glue. However, I prefer to use a duo glue, which can be bought at MAC. It's just a surgical adhesive glue and it stays on really, really well. So place a really small amount down the back spine of the blue of the lash. Leave the lash for a good few seconds and then that's that side. You're just going to look down. Place the lash in the middle to start off with and then tuck the other two sides in and they'll look something like that. Then on the lips, she wears quite a nudie lip normally and I'm going to go for Chanel Barely Fig. It looks quite dark but on it's not so dark. And there you have a finished Pixie Lott look. I hope you've enjoyed that. Take care, bye bye.